Hokkaido, Japan's second largest island and the northernmost prefecture. It's a beautiful region, but also the coldest one, with icy winters and rigid temperatures, a land of untamed beauty. Host of Japan's last true wilderness. Here, in 1915, a series of tragic deaths shook the lives of a whole village forever. It's mid-November in Sankenbetsu, a small pioneer village in Teisho province. One evening, at the Ikeda family's home, their horse started neighing loudly, spooked by something that was rustling and thrashing between the supplies. When the householder went outside, a big figure was running away into the forest, a trail of harvested corn left behind. At the time, Sankenbetsu was newly settled, so encroachment by wild animals was common. On November 20, the supposedly animal reappeared, without making any damage, but the householder, worried about the safety of his horse, called his second son and two matagi, winter hunters, to track down the animal. The last day of November, the beast reappeared. It was indeed a bear, a big one, and they shot it, but failing to kill it. The next morning, they followed the bear's footprints and bloodstains, which led to Mount Onishika. But all of a sudden, a snowstorm forced the party to turn back. Probably the bear would have now stopped to raid human settlements, if not perished from the wounds. December 9, 10:30 am. Ota's family farmhouse. Abe Mayu, the farmer's wife, and Azumi Mikyo, a baby being cared for by Mayu, were at the house, when suddenly the giant bear broke in. It was extremely aggressive and ferocious. Mikyo was immediately beaten on the head and killed, while Mayu, fighting back, tried to escape, only to be knocked down and dragged into the forest. Witnesses of the aftermath described a gruesome and bloody scene, with floors puddled with blood. Early in the morning on December 10, a search party was organized to capture the bear and recover the body of Mayu. Surprisingly, the party found the bear immediately at the edge of the forest. 5 men shot, but only one managed to land a hit. The bear, enraged, fled, and the party continued the search. After a while, some hunters found what remained of Mayu's body. Under a tree, beneath the snow, the bear tried to hide and preserve the head and legs of the woman. The villagers believed that once the bear had a taste for human flesh, its return to the settlement was assured. So, that evening, they gathered at the Hota's family's home, armed and ready, and indeed, the bear arrived. Although prepared, the villagers panicked, frightened by the massive size of the creature. One man managed to shoot with his rifle, but once again the creature escaped death and vanished into the woods. Paranoia and fear started to crawl between the villagers. This was no real animal. This was a demon. At the time, a regiment of 50 guardsmen were stationed nearby, and alerted by the gunshots, they rushed to help the villagers, following then what was thought to be the beast trail. The nearby house where the guardsmen were stationed was the Miyoke homestead, where the Miyoke family and the Saito family was living, seeking refuge after the news of the attacks. When the soldiers left, following the trail, they also left the families alone. The soldiers followed the tracks down the river for a while, only to realize, too late, that the footprints were facing the wrong direction. The beast tricked all of them, and instead of running away into the forest, it stalked past them and returned to the village. At Miyoke home, Yayo, the mother, was cooking a stew with her youngest son strapped on her back, while Yujiro, the second youngest, was playing nearby. In a flash of a moment, a dark figure appeared at the window, only a fraction to see the giant beast breaching through, and entered the home, knocking down an oil lamp and the pot, extinguishing any light source and plunging the house into darkness. Yayo tried to flee the house, but their second son Yujiro clung to her legs, tripping her as she ran. The beast rushed and beat Umekichi. Odo had remained at the house as the only bodyguard. When he ran for the door, the beast released the mother and the child to pursue him. Yayo then escaped with their children. Odo attempted to hide behind furniture, but was clawed in the back. The beast then mauled Kinzo, the third son of the Miyoke family, and Haruyoshi, the fourth son of the Saito family, killing them, and beat Iwao, the third son of the Saito family. Next to be targeted was Take, Saito Ishigoro's pregnant wife. She too was attacked and killed. As the soldiers hurried back to the settlement, Yayo, extremely injured, met them and warned them about the events at the Miyoke family's house. The corps raced there to rescue any survivors. When they arrived, the house was dark. Believing that the beast had killed everyone inside, some of the guardsmen proposed setting the house on fire, but Yayo, hoping that some of the children still lived, forbade this. The guardsmen divided into two groups, stood guard at the door while the other went to the back of the house. When given a signal, the group at the rear set up a racket, shouting and rattling their weapons. As expected, the beast appeared at the front door. The men there had bunched up, with lines of fire blocked by the guard at their head, whose own rifle misfired. Another incredible stroke of luck for the beast, who took the general confusion to escape once again. Rikizo and Hisano, first son and daughter of the same relatives, were found in the house as the only survivors of the attack. Miyoke Yasutaro and Saito Ishigoro, unaware of their family's fate, departed few days prior in a search of a skilled hunter. During their research, they paid a visit to a famous bear hunter called Yamamoto Eikichi. He believed that the creature in question was the dreaded man-eater he himself nicknamed Kesagake, which had previously been blamed for the mauling and deaths of 3 women in a neighboring village. But by now, he had pawned his gun for money to buy alcohol and refused Miyoke's request for aid. On December 11, Miyoke Yasutaro and Saito Ishigoro returned to Sankenbetsu and learned about the recent events. On the same day, a group of men, including Miyoke and Saito, were formed to kill Kesagake. Believing that it would reappear, they decided to wait for it at Miyoke's residence, but the night passed with no attacks. On December 12, the news of the beast's appearance in Sankenbetsu reached the Hokkaido government office, and under the leadership of the Hoboro branch police station, a sniper team was organized. This team included the hunter Yamamoto Eikichi. But Kesagake did not appear that night either. It was decided that the beast would most probably try to retrieve the bodies of those it had killed, but there were no remains in the Miyoke's family's house. Therefore, a new plan was proposed, to attempt to lure it out with the corpse of a victim. The plan was widely condemned, especially by the Hota, Saito and Miyoke's families, but it was decided that for the future of the village it was the best plan. Within the day, the strategy was executed. The sniper team waited inside the house, but even this time, Kesagake did not appear. And so the plan ended in failure. The following days, soldiers and villagers were on the edge. Strategic lines of defense were made, and ransacked houses were discovered. Kesagake continued to strike, but no one seemed to catch even a glimpse of it. One night, one stationed sniper caught a glimpse of the beast. He tried a quick shot, but the shadowy figure vanished into the woods. On December 14, after wounding Kesagake, a team investigated the river shore and found bear's footprints and blood there. Given that imminent snowstorms were threatening to cover any tracks, it was decided that this was the most critical opportunity to hunt down and kill the beast. Yamamoto and Ikeda Kamejiro, a guide, immediately set out after it. Yamamoto decided to track the beast with a team of 2, as it would be quicker than a larger team. He was familiar with Kesagake's behavior and successfully tracked him down. He finally spotted the demon, resting near a Japanese hawk. The first shot hit the heart. The second hit its head. A quick end to this tragic story. Kesagake was unique, 340 kilograms and 2.7 meters tall, dark brown with golden fur, the head unusually large compared to the body, estimated adult age about 80 years old. A necropsy was carried out on the bear, during which parts of his victims were found in his stomach. It is said that the villager dismantled, boiled, and ate it as revenge for the victims who had been devoured. While at the time the skull and some of the fur of the bear were kept, they later were lost. Immediately after the killing of Kesagake, a huge rainstorm hit the northern regions from day to day, and the residents called it Higuma Harashi, or Brown Bear Storm. Yayo, who received head wounds in the attack, made a full recovery, but Miyoke Umekichi, who was bitten by the bear while being carried on his mother's back, died less than 3 years later from the wounds. Odo recovered from injury and returned to work, but next spring he fell into a river and died. After the attacks, most of the villagers of Sankenbetsu left, and it rapidly transformed into a ghost town for some time. Okawa Haruyoshi, who was 6 years old and the son of the Sankenbetsu village mayor at the time of the incident, at the age of 62, constructed the Bear Harm Cenotaph, a shrine where people can pray for the dead villagers. While this story was really tragic, especially in terms of human losses, I find fascinating the coincidences and events that this bear brought along. And while I hate to demonize animals and predators, the events as unfolded truly resembled a ferocious spirit doing, and this mysterious aspect is what makes this story so chilling and intriguing. Anyway, the video ends here. I hope you enjoyed. Check out other stories on the channel, some darker and some not. Leave a like and follow for other content. Your support is truly helpful. See ya in the next video.